In 1975, ABC debuted Wonder Woman, their new American television superhero series based on the long-running DC comic of the same name. It starred actress Lynda Carter in the role of Wonder Woman, and Season 1 took place during World War II. Later, the show was picked up by CBS for 2 more seasons that took place in the then-current 1970s, known as The New Adventures of Wonder Woman. In 1976, Mego produced a 12-inch Lynda Carter Wonder Woman in their World's Greatest Superheroes line, and today we'll be taking a look at the Lynda Carter Wonder Woman, here on the KREED'S Collection Christmas Special. Merry Christmas and welcome to the KREED'S Collection Christmas Special. Today we're checking out the 12-inch Lynda Carter Wonder Woman from the 1976 World's Greatest Superheroes toy line by Mego. Wonder Woman is actually Diana of Themyscira, or Paradise Island, the secret home of the eternally young Amazons. After saving World War II pilot Steve Trevor from a plane crash near her island home, she learns of the Nazi threat to the world. The Amazons decide to send one of their own to fight, and Diana proves herself the most worthy. After assisting the Allies in World War II as Wonder Woman, she returns home for 30 years before meeting Steve Trevor Jr., the son of World War II pilot Steve Trevor. Seeing the amazing coincidence as a sign, Diana once again returns to the world of man as the greatest female superhero of all time, Wonder Woman. And now that we know a bit more about Wonder Woman, let's take a closer look. This Wonder Woman was purchased by my mother for my father for Christmas back in about 1977. Knowing my love for toys, my father decided to give it to me just a few years before he passed away. And now I'm sure you can understand that it is one of my prized possessions. She's really more of a doll than an action figure, and you can see they put a lot of effort into her face, giving her actual eyelashes, not to mention the fact that the face sculpt is just excellent. The blue of her eyes, the skin tone, the makeup, just in general, this is a home run. Of course, you can see her classic tiara right there, and it ties onto the back, so it goes on a little bit easier than being one hard piece of plastic. Of course, on the show, she could take that off and throw it like a weapon. I always thought that was pretty cool. After years of display on a shelf, my dad put her back into a box, which unfortunately messed her hair up a little bit. You can see there is a frizz to it, and the curls aren't quite right. I plan on trying to fix her hair one day, but doll hair styling videos are very intimidating. So for now, she's going to rock a little bit of frizz. The top part of her costume is actually painted onto her body, and they changed that in later versions, making it cloth, but I'm always worried this is going to scratch off, so I'm super careful with it. The trunks, of course, are cloth, and they're the classic blue with the white stars. Her arms are bare, except for her typical bullet-reflecting bracelets, and you can see that right here in her hand she has her magic lasso. Here's a closer look at it, and you can see it's just a nice gold rope that they have coiled up in her hand. It's actually been in her hand the entire time we've owned her. It's never been removed. It's pretty cool looking, and it's also a really good hand sculpt, as you can see. Her bulletproof bracelets also hide a point of articulation at her wrist, and I think that is pretty sweet. As we come down to the legs, you can see there are seams on the front where the skin's put together, and I'm always afraid that that will split open, so I never bend her legs anymore. Here at the bottom, you can see Wonder Woman's awesome red boots. I think these look really good with the high heel there on the back. And this stand is actually the original stand that she came with, and it works surprisingly well. It's actually excellent and holds her in place perfectly. Here on the back of the figure, you can see that there is a snap holding on the trunks of Wonder Woman. And we're now going to go into her articulation, but we're going to do it a bit different this time. I don't want to actually bend her joints because I'm afraid it'll damage her, so we're just going to point out her articulation. Here at the knee, she does have a 90-degree bend, and of course I'm afraid her leg will split if I show you, so that's why I won't do it. Here at the hips, she also has a 90-degree bend. The waist, believe it or not, has a swivel point. Shoulders can go up and around full 360 if you want. The wrists have a swivel point and a flex point, which, as I pointed out, is hidden nicely underneath the bracelet. Honestly, all the points are hidden really well. And last but not least, her head can turn left and right, and that is it. That covers all 12 points of articulation for Wonder Woman. Now we're going to take a look at Wonder Woman's accessories, starting with her box. Yes, this is her original box that she was shipped in, For some reason, back in the day when you ordered stuff from catalogs, very frequently it didn't come in the packaging. It just came in a generic box like this. I remember getting G.I. Joes like this too. And inside the box is all of her accessories that she needs to go into her civilian identity, which in the New Adventures of Wonder Woman was a Navy officer. Or at least she was in the Navy. I'm not sure if she was actually an officer. So her first accessory are these sunglasses, which look really good. Here around the frame, there's a nice pattern, and you can see the arms going back. My only real complaint is that there are some rough edges here on the end, and I'm afraid to put them on her because I don't want it to pull her hair anymore. Her second accessory is her shoes, and these are pretty fun because they're open toe, which I don't think that's a Navy thing to have open-toed shoes, but hey, whatever. They look cool. And I have to say, it's pretty sweet to have her civilian secret identity clothing. And speaking of that, here is her Navy uniform, which has never been opened from the package. That yellow right there is actually the tape on the plastic. It's not actually on the uniform. It's still very clean. This has never been opened, and I don't plan on ever opening it. There you go. You can see the little Navy symbol right there. But I did find some pictures of what she looks like in her civilian uniform, so here you go. I appreciate the fact that they made her kind of more like Clark Kent. It really pushes the classic superhero feel of Wonder Woman, the type of character that sets the example and always turns the other cheek and does the right thing in any situation. And then I called Wonder Woman a super slut.
That's a good one, Baroness. You are very witty, my dear.
Thank you, my darling. Baroness? What? Baroness? I'd like to speak with you. Now. Oh no, it's Wonder Woman. What do I do?
You reap what you sow, my darling. You had better face her.
Fine. Hello, Wonder Woman. What can I do for you? Well, I just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas. What? You want to wish me a Merry Christmas? Even after all the terrible things I've said about you? That's right, Baroness. Heroes forgive and forget. And it's a time of peace on earth and goodwill towards men and women. Well, I don't know what to say, Wonder Woman, except Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace on earth and goodwill towards everyone. And now for our He-Man size comparison. As you can see, He-Man is a tiny little guy next to the 12-inch Wonder Woman. So here she is next to the 12-inch World's Greatest Superheroes web-spinning Spider-Man. I did a video on him way back in episode 10 of Creed's Collection, and if you want to see how much the show has changed, go check that out after you watch this one. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my toy retrospective for the Lynda Carter Wonder Woman from the 1976 World's Greatest Superheroes toy line by Mego. My father passed away last year, so this toy is now extra special to me. I cherish it more than many of you realize, and I wanted to wait till the right time to do a video on it. And since it was a Christmas present to him from my mother, Christmas seemed like the perfect day to do it. I hope you enjoyed all the Christmas-themed videos I put out this year, and guess what, guys? I'm taking a break. There will be no videos next week. There will not be a Modern Monday or a Creed's Collection. So I will see you again in 2022. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you have any thoughts, please leave me a comment. I love reading and responding to them. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, or whatever you're choosing to celebrate. I hope it is wonderful. And I hope to see you in the first week of 2022, here on Creed's Collection.